Chelsea, when did you do this emo fairy? Hello and welcome. My name's Jordan and I'm a creative director at Digital Gravy. We are an animation studio based out of Utah. Here at Digital Gravy, we have a team of extremely talented artists. We got concept artists, we got animators, we got art directors, we got designers. You name it, we got it. Which is why each project that Digital Gravy does is top-notch stuff. Every few weeks at Digital Gravy, we do a team challenge, which allows our artists to cultivate their creativity and practice their skills, whether it's like drawing something in a different style or making something out of paper mache. We just want to get those creative juices flowing. And this week's challenge is redesigning our childhood art now that we have our skills that we've developed as an adult, as a big boy. Big boys and girls. But every artist has their humble beginnings. So we decided to go behind the scenes and see where this amazing team of artists got their start. So obviously I needed to go find some art that I had done when I was a wee lad. So I went to my parents' house. I also did not tell my mom I was coming beforehand, so she was caught off guard. I'm just videoing.
No!
Yeah, I need the video. Mom, I need to take...
not in here.
Everyone needs to see my process, and this is part of the process. Yeah, she didn't know where my stuff was. But that didn't stop us.
It's in this shelf somewhere.
In there?
Yeah. It's your own fault. You didn't give me any notice.
It's all part of the process, baby. Anyway, it wasn't down there, so she told me to check her craft room, which also she explicitly told me I'm not allowed to show on screen. So I will be blurring that out. But it wasn't in there either. It happened to be in the closet right next door. After I looked through a couple of cute little baby pics of yours truly, I started to go through and find a lot of great stuff. And it reminded me I need to check back in with the team and ask them a very important question.
What I can remember drawing as a kid is me and my best friend. We would draw these really random comics.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with like Sailor Moon and Pokemon. And
when I was a kid, I used to draw like animals or robots or anything I saw like on TV.
When I was younger, I wanted to draw people. That's what I've always wanted to draw.
Ever since I was a kid, I've loved drawing animals and creating characters.
Comics about these ninjas on pogo sticks.
I was inspired by Disney cartoons.
Yu-Gi-Oh! And just a lot of anime.
My favorite thing to draw was probably just people.
And my brother was into Rocky and Bullwinkle, so I would draw Moose all the time.
So I just took pictures of my dog and my cat and I would just draw them hyper realistically, and that's what I stuck with.
I think my passion for drawing animals has carried into today. The passion is still alive.
Just the spikiest hair, the biggest, sparkliest eyes you can imagine.
Characters from movies, either animated or just regular movies. So yeah, I just never stopped drawing that.
Drew a lot of leprechauns, which is just random.
When I realized I wanted to make stories, so I sat down and started learning anatomy and how to draw people in faces and clothes, and now I barely draw animals, I just draw humans.
Moose, walruses, and leprechauns.
So as I was looking through my elementary school art, I discovered I really like drawing Superman. And not just regular Superman, but just like, he's either very angry or very sad, sometimes sad in the rain. I thought some of the older stuff was a little bit not as creative as I would want to be, so I decided to move on to my junior high stuff, and I think I did some like Kingdom Hearts adjacent OCs. Also this mouse who like always got hurt. There's one specific one where he's just like...
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
But I landed on this one. I remember drawing him, I think I was like 10 years old, and then I kind of did the exact same challenge we're doing today, where I redrew him in a different style. So this will be my third time attempting to draw this character, who I lovingly named Techno. Super creative young Jordan, and hopefully it goes a lot better. I mean, I hope I'm a lot better than I was when I was 13 years old. I mean, that's literally 20 years ago. I literally went to college since then. I went to college! So like, what was all that money for? Anyway,
This is what I'm going to be redrawing. This is a picture of when I was 6. My husband calls it a coconut grandma lady. I think what I was trying to draw was Chiquita the banana lady.
I wonder why does everybody look at me?
But obviously I missed the memo that those aren't bananas. I would love to mix that with some African American influence. So these are some of my other reference images. I have Carmen Miranda here. I have this cute little old lady. And then I love Ella Fitzgerald. This lady, look at her. I just love the sassiness. So I want to try a couple different options. I just love these faces. So I think that could work really well to redesign this.
Man, starting is the hardest part. And caricature is hard. So I was trying to figure out how to make her crazy, but also kind of pretty. So I would go back and forth trying to figure out the right proportions, big, medium, smalls, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Trying to just figure out how can I make her slightly crazy, but not too crazy where you're creeped out. And again, I wanted to keep the crazy lips. I kept trying to figure out, okay, how do I make them cute but not creepy? Yeah, that's like my thing. Cute but not creepy, crazy but fun. So that was a challenge. That was really, really hard. So just trying to figure out how to translate that was really tricky. But, you know, that's the thing about character design. Most of the time you don't know how it's going to turn out. So we'll see.
So this is Techno. I got both my references on there, and when I start out, it looks very Mega Man-y. And so I'm like, no, I can't just do a Mega Man OC. That's not me. Save that for Reddit. I saw these little pointy bits on my original, and I'm like, okay, like that kind of makes him look a little goblin-y. So I decided to lean into that and give him these pointy ears and make him a lot more like mischievous, a little bit more personality. I wanted to get a little bit more movement in there, a little bit more action. Really trying to take the elements that I like from each design and edit it to a good point. I'm really impressed by my instincts as a kid. Not to toot my own horn. And once I feel like I've gotten enough, that's when I lower the opacity and I go back in with my line work. I'm a big fan of just kind of finding it as I go. Gotta add some spit, make sure that everyone knows that he's a moist fella. Don't put that in. Okay, I lay down my color flats, adding a little bit of texture here and there. But yeah, after adding a little shadow on a multi-layer, I'm done. There it is. Finally. The long-awaited day had come for us to present our designs to the rest of the team. And honestly, the results are actually pretty awesome. All right, here we are. Welcome to the team challenge. Okay, Amber, tell us about your drawing here. We got Amber, age 6.
Yeah, I just thought it was so random. I looked at all my old drawings from a kid and they all looked really blasé. The coolest thing I had was a turtle with 10 legs, or I had this lady and I was like, I gotta go with this lady. I think I was trying to draw like Chiquita the banana lady, you know, like on the banana stickers. I think that's what I was trying to draw as a kid.
I'm not familiar with the Chiquita banana lady.
Really?
You guys ready for the reveal?
Woohoo!
Oh, I love her.
Well done. I love the butterfly and how you like incorporated it as like that little green thing on her dress.
So I was like, oh, I wanted to put glasses on her, but then like there's so much going on with her eyeballs. But I was like, oh, I think it'd be fun to make it as close to my drawing as I could. So like, I don't know how the oranges are attached on her head in my 6-year-old drawing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, she is a whole vibe. She is.
I love it.
She's a special lady.
I also love how you signed it with like the yellow and with your age again. I thought that's really cute.
Yeah. 20 years later.
Yeah.
Just some robots. These are actually from high school, I think. I don't know, I used to just doodle a lot on my notebooks. and I was just drawing shapes, just like basic shapes, and then I would just give them arms and legs, and then they would just become robots.
I love the little donut guy, like the little donut robot. He's so cute.
It's technically not a donut. It's something. I don't even know.
Well, if you don't know, then I'm gonna call him a donut.
You guys ready for the reveal?
Let's see the reveal.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That one fell down and got broken.
Are those flamethrower hands?
You can't touch anything without shooting it.
Will he ever learn to love?
Chelsea, when did you do this emo fairy?
Does anyone want to guess when I would draw an emo fairy? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in 6th grade, so this is probably like...
Oh, that's peak.
What is that, 12,
Yeah.
13?
I have so many things that are just like this.
This is classic middle school, like front on, the hands kind of down behind her skirt a little bit, one eye covered, you know, can't draw 2 eyes.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's not emo.
Yeah, she's not emo anymore.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep basically her outfit the same and keep the one eye covered. I feel like my art nowadays is a lot more of this like fluffy, dreamy kind of vibe. So I wanted to mash the two together. And this is what I got.
That's
love
great. So cool.
I love how you like incorporated the background from the old one. You kind of like elevated it and made it make sense.
I thought like in my middle school mind, I probably thought she was like a tiny fairy. And so I'm like, I'll put like a big flower in the background, but it doesn't make any sense.
Oh, yes. So this was also in middle school. This is probably 2010. And I remember very vividly drawing this. And this was the first drawing I ever did where I was like, who can take me? I'm the best this school's ever seen.
Those fingers are...
Pretty insane. Very alien, but at the time.
Pretty good hands.
Yeah?
I love the checkered wristband. I feel like I had a lot of friends that actually had that.
This is you in high school?
This is what I wanted to be. Scene fashion kind of had already passed by the time I got to high school.
Whatever. Next weekend, you're going to show up looking just like this. I mean, all you have to do is put some headphones on. Do a countdown down. Do a 3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
Oh,
sick.
Honestly, so freaking good.
Does she have a tail?
Yes. Those raccoon tails were a big thing. And I wanted to give her like the raccoon hair, but that was too hard.
I love the stylized face with no nose again.
Yeah, I was going to just say that. I love that she doesn't have a nose.
those little squiggle necklaces. I remember people wearing those.
Does this girl have a name?
No, not yet. I'll take any suggestions.
Wait.
What's going on?
Oh, it's rain.
Rain.
Okay. I thought they were like World War II bombers.
That's what I
They're just happily walking around while they're getting bombed.
Bomb.com.
No, Clay isn't here to tell us how old he was when he did this.
But I still feel like they're gonna drop bombs.
I know.
This is so cool.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I don't know. He's a literal wizard. I have no idea how this works. Did he must have like redrawn the stuff. Like hand animated it, right? Anyway. Good job, Clay. Even though you're not here, we want to know your secrets.
This is gonna be good.
I was obsessed with Pokemon as a kid, and I was always trying to make my own Pokemon. I gave them such funny names.
Furlough, Zapro, and Chincho.
Electric type.
Yeah.
And they went from a cat to a dog?
I guess? I don't know what the logic...
I like that so much time has passed that you know as much as we do. It's like your guess is as good as ours.
The guy on the top looks like the guys from the Dark Crystal that get their soul sucked out of them.
He does.
I see it.
He kind of looks like a baby sloth, too.
It's an impressive chin beard.
Your shapes are so big and bold. They're great.
Does the little guy on top have an action figure? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
This guy, I made him in high school because I don't have anything older, unfortunately. I copied it off of Google. That's all I got.
It's so cute, Kelly.
Thanks. I figured, I tried doing a different one that was an illustration. And I'm like, no, this isn't working. I'm an animator now. So I made an animation.
He's got the perfect amount of hang time in the air. It feels so good.
I love how the snow is like kind of hard when he like pulls his head out, like it's like comes out in clumps.
I went through so many different versions of him stuck in the snow, and it was such a pain in the butt. And I'm so happy with how it turned out, though.
Are you gonna color him at all, or are you just gonna keep him as the?
Nah, I'm keeping him like this. I don't really care about color. I like the movement of animation.
So this is you at 6, right?
So I actually did the challenge when I was a kid, apparently, because I did the one on the right first in 2004. So I was 12, I think. And then I did the next one, the one on the left, I think a year later. Yeah, he's like this little guy, like a cyborg dude.
Like, is he standing on his old hand?
I think he was, it's like a robot uprising thing, and he's fighting against them or something.
He's a robot. He's fighting against the robot uprising?
He's only half robot, okay? No humans involved, no biological things involved. Did you
I
spoil?
didn't reveal. Sorry. I didn't know if it was time I was waiting, but
That's why we do a countdown, Dallin.
oh, the countdown. 3, 2, 1. I revealed.
Okay.
This is awesome.
I kind of married the two together. He had like those pointy parts on his head. So I was like, I'll turn those into just like regular little goblin ears. And I'll make him into like a cyborg goblin.
His gun reminds me of Zurg.
It was very 80s.
Very 80s.
I can picture the voice acting so clearly.
Oh yeah, go for it.
No.
This should have like an arcade game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see like how I went from like a cartoony style to like a more render style, and then like went back to a cartoony style. So there you have it. No, I don't like that. So there you have it. This challenge was so much fun to participate in, and it was really cool to see where all these artists started from. And it just goes to show you that even the most talented artists came from humble beginnings. So if you're a new or struggling artist, don't give up. Even if you can't draw a stick figure, that's okay. You're on your way. The only way that you fail is by by not trying. Let me try that one more time. The only way that you fail is if you stop. And don't be ashamed of your bad art. We can only try our best. Kids aren't ashamed of what they draw. They just create. So don't give up. Don't give up, little wusses. Quit being little babies about it. And be children about it. You know what I'm saying? Thanks so much for watching this video. If you have another idea for a team challenge, leave it down in the comments. And as always, if you like this video and you like other videos like it and you want to support Digital Gravy, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And don't forget, don't stop drawing. See ya. Idea for a digital... Son of a bee. Thanks so much for watching this video. Gosh dang it. Shoot!